Hi, I am Sentimus Prime, and here I will be unboxing a bootleg of the Star Wars Ultra Build Finn. Yeah, that's his name, Finn. So taking a look here, here's the bag. It is another one of those bootleg baggy things I've gotten from AliExpress. Like most of the bootlegs I've gotten have all been like this. Really nothing to talk about, because there's no box. So anyways, let's open it up. So, opening it up, we do have the instruction sheet. It's pretty simple. We do have pages and all that. Here's the parts list. Now let's get into the bag. Open up the bag. Now opening this up, we do get the bag of parts, as well as this, which is packaged separately than the rest of the parts. This is that what's going to be that lightsaber blade. And honestly, it doesn't look too bad. Even holding it up against the light. Now, I do see that I'm not sure how well this is going to show up on camera, but I can definitely see some bubbles throughout the lightsaber blade. I do notice that. But aside from that, if I hold up, it is easier to notice the bubbles when I hold up against the light. But it doesn't look too bad. I do this piece does look really nice, even with that bubble issue. And with that, let's get into the bag of parts, the rest of the parts. Let's steer this down, dump out all the parts. Now, we do get two more smaller bags as well, so let's go through the larger parts. Now, first of all, we will look through the bones. Here are the bones. Huh, that's strange. So I do notice that some of the parts in this bag do look a little dusty. This was an issue, this was a weird little thing I've had with the bootleg Breeze that I've unboxed, where some of the parts in that bag were really dusty for some reason. I do see some little bits of scratches and stuff. It's very strange to see. Very strange. Some of the parts do seem a little... Here, a lot of the parts aren't nowhere near as dusty as those parts were, but it seems like a lot more of the parts are a little dusty. It's very strange. Here we have the dude's head, and shaping wise, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it kind of looks how it should. The head looks pretty neat. I'm not sure what I would use this for, but there's a head. Here's the chest plate. The chest plates looks alright. The printing here doesn't look too bad. and comparing it to the arts, doesn't look too off. And here's the printing on the shoulder piece. Again, doesn't look too bad. Here we have some missiles. Again, we see a little bit of the bubbles. We don't get any bubbles on this one, but we do get a couple on this one. So there's that. Do have gun piece. We do have this piece. Some Technique parts. Pretty interesting. Let's actually test out the joints. Okay. The joints here honestly don't feel as tight. Like, some of the joints in here don't feel as tight as some of the other bootlegs that I've opened on camera. Like, stuff feels slightly like, it's not like super loose. It just feels like looser compared to some of the bootlegs that I've opened in the past few months. Let's test out like some of the actual connections. Okay. Not doing too bad. Alright. Let's get this out of the way. The actual connections don't feel... Some of them do feel a little tight, which that's good, I guess. But anyways, let's open this bag. Okay, opening up that bag. Here we have some of the smaller parts. Here we have the hands. And as well as some bone pieces. As well as this. Huh. I kind of wish I have the official version of this piece on hand. But it does look pretty different. Yeah, okay, here. Here's what this so this is a flick fire missile, the part that you load the missile into. Now, Lego has made this, but here's the thing. Here's what the missile shooting block is supposed to look like. See that the bottom is gray and the white, and the top, it looks like a lighter shade of gray. Well, here, not only is it like all gray, but if you look, you can see that like the edge, like if you look at the ends, it doesn't look like a completely squared off brick. You get some like gaps, so that's weird. You still get a spring in it. It still fires. It just looks very different. So there's that. We do get a couple of Baraki eyes, the Baraki eyes. We get a couple more of these Technic pieces. Get some system in here too, some friction adders, some other like smaller Technic-y stuff. The pin and hole connections don't feel that bad either. Like, the tolerances of the joints do feel looser compared to the other ones I've opened, but they don't feel loose. They still feel like they can hold. Like, these still feel like they can hold a decent pose with a decent amount of weight. But anyways, I'm opening this baggie up. Boom. And here we have all the small nitty-gritty parts. Now here we have all like these tiny Technic pieces, such as these parts, and as well as a little bit of system. We do have the bootleg red axle, the bootleg black pin, and the bootleg blue pin axle, which do look different compared to the official version of their respective pieces. And I have posted YouTube shorts pointing out said differences. But the bootleg versions of these do seem to look the same, no matter like which bootleg I look at. But anyways, here are these pieces. These are the pieces that make up the hilt for the lightsaber, and that's cool. They do look nice. Can attach to the lightsaber blade nicely. I do appreciate that. You get some ball joints and some little gears, as well as some other Technic stuff. I do appreciate that the Technic stuff is nice and tight, but it doesn't feel too tight. But like I've opened up bootlegs where some of the Technic parts are like so stupid tight that I would like require like tools just to remove the parts. And like that's like the level of tight you don't want for your Technic parts. But like these parts in this particular set, that they have a fine bit of grip to them, but they don't feel too tight. It doesn't feel like you would need tools or anything like that, and it doesn't feel like you're about to break something. So that's good. Okay, the blue pin the axle part of the blue pin axle does feel a little loose here, but is that because no, it's not because of blue. I think it's because of this. Is it? Yeah, it totally is. The axle hole in these little Technic adapters feel a little loose. That's interesting. But anyways, the tolerances. Ooh, let me try out some of the sockets. Okay. I'm trying out the sockets. Alright, the sockets have a fine grip to them. They have that nice, satisfying click. Again, they have that nice, satisfying snap to them, like the normal CCPS armor shells should have. I do appreciate that. The socket on the head feels alright. Now let's try out these armor bits. These armor attachments. Okay. They snap in. Can be a little bit of a challenge to take off, but totally doable. Alright. Alright, I'm liking this. Okay, alright. So, overall, my impression of this particular bootleg set, not totally mad at. I probably should have brought a figure or something for cross compatibility. Heck, let's bring in this instruction stand, because these are made of official parts. Okay, looking good. Alright. So at least the Technic stuff feels compatible with the official stuff. I'm pretty sure the armor shells and bones are compatible too. Yeah, I think so. That's pretty neat. So overall, I do think that's okay. And the quality of these parts don't feel too bad. It doesn't feel like they'll crumble in my hands, so that's good. I am liking this. Pretty good. Like, pretty decent. Like, nothing has really disappointed me yet in this set. In this, like, layout of bootleg parts. The instruction, I believe I've talked about the instruction sheet. It's like, the instruction sheet is like just that. It's just in the instruction sheet for the figure. Just again, I've pretty much have ran out of things to say about this set. Like, I've talked about the missile feature. I've talked about how different it is compared to that. Okay. The brown does... Okay, the brown does look like thinking offhand, this does look a little different to the brown I'm looking at over there. Let me just show you. Like comparing this brown to the brown on this set. On the Christmas train. This does look a little bit more red compared to the brown used for the parts of the Christmas train. But it does look close enough to the brown that it doesn't look like it would like that it's basically what I'm trying to say is the brown here is a slightly different shade of brown than normal Lego or even the Christmas train, because comparing the brown to the Christmas train, comparing the colors to the Christmas train to the actual official parts does look pretty spot on from what I could tell. So this does look, the brown here does look a slightly redder than the normal brown, but it shouldn't be that big of a difference. And that'll be it. There's really nothing else left to say, so that'll be it. If you enjoyed this video, consider to like and subscribe and maybe even comment if you want, if you have any questions for the bootleg stuff like this. And of course I will be posting again sooner or later.